Hey guys, and we're back with another antivirus version 2 coding video, and here's where we left it off. We set up our call to client to pass our dynamic strings via our named pipe to the client. So I left myself this nice little tag here so I remembered where I was, and straight off the cuff I can see that we need to copy our temp message into our pipe parameter, like so. And so that concludes anything that we need to do in the service for today. Now, moving back over to the client, we will need to flick between these quite often. In fact, I am going to write these down quickly on my whiteboard. So we want our scan engine object. Our object will be 1. And sorry guys, I really should have done this before I started. And then we have our total count. And then we have our current count. Is it current count? No, current object. Okay, so this is our current count. This is our current object. And last but not least, it's our detections. Right guys, so let's get on with it. First of all, we need to come over to our client and we need to add a load of new GUI components. So we're going to move these up, and we need some more labels. And the first label we're going to have is scan object. And we need another label for us to edit. So line it up nicely, and this is going to be, so what we're going to do is we're going to put a fake path in here, just to fill it out, and then we're going to change the label name to object current object label. And then we're going to drag this all the way across. We need some more labels. I think we need about 3 more. So this one you don't need to rename, but we need to change the text. So this is total objects / current. Oh no, we'll do it the other way around. Current or scanned / the total. So I've had this question already, and I suppose I better answer it in a video so that I don't get asked it again. Why are we calling them objects and not files? Currently I don't know how far I'm going to take this project. At the minute I'm looking at taking it as far as I can proceed without voiding the agreement I have with my startup, with the other guys in my startup. So it's a bit touchy with that, but currently we're hoping to take this to processors, registry keys, and that will mean that instead of putting files, there will be a process in there that you're scanning, and that will class as an object instead of the rest of it. So hopefully that count versus total, we'll call it label. So hopefully that will clear things up for some people, because I know it's one that I've been getting quite a few emails about. There is method in my madness, and this one is going to be total detections. Right. And it looks like we're going to have to rearrange some of our objects on our page. So this is going to have to come down, across and line it up with that, because if not it's going to look horrendous. And our label 7 is just going to be 0, but we need to change the name because we intend to call this total detected label. And then we need to stretch that out as well. I don't expect it to fill all of this, but at the same time I don't want it to deform partway through and look horrendous. So these are not equally spaced by a long shot, but that is something you guys can solve on your own. So what's going to happen here is we are going to send these variables via our pipe. We can now take that out because I haven't left there. And they're going to end up on this side in our client. Now we now have our variables, and I'm going to try and keep this as close to 10 minutes as I can get it. What we need to do is we need to come in here and to our receive, and we need to create, here we create, here's where we update our GUI, and we've already got the update state in here. We will have to change this, and we will have to change the function I'm about to write on a later date, because with the more data you send between your service and your service and your client, you have to synchronize the data between them. And currently sending small amounts of data like we are currently, we should be able to bob and weave between the GUI updates in order to get them through, which isn't the way you should do it. However, it's the way we're going to do it currently. So flicking through our labels, we are going to want the total number of detected is a caption, like so. We're going to want the current object label. You don't have to put these in order, as long as you get them all. We are going to want, so the detection, we want the count versus total label, and I haven't put caption in here, so you just get a nice violation there. And is that all of them? So 1, 2, 3, yep. So I know we've got 4 variables and only 3 labels. We are going to stick 2 variables together in this one. So we know that our current object is, or our current count is, right, so we're going to start at the top. So our total detections is always going to be number 4, so we can literally go like that. And we know that our current object label is going to be 3, so we can do that. And the last 2 are 2 and 1, and I'm going to have to make that capital, it's going to annoy me. So we have to flick back to our main to see which way round. So we have our object scan versus our total. So object scanned has to go first. So that would be easy because it's going to be a 1, and then we need an and we need a string, and we need another a, like so. So I'm going to come back and get capitals there, and so we just do that. And so what's going to happen is currently this is going to splutter. So what do I mean by splutter? I mean literally as the packets come back through, the app will freeze, and then it will carry on, and then the graphics will update, and then they won't update. And that's not the best thing to do, mainly because it looks tacky and it doesn't work sometimes, and things like that. But you're going to ask me, why are we doing it this way to begin with? Why not do it properly? Well, that requires producing synchronized threads. which aren't particularly difficult. It's just going to take me longer than 10 minutes to do. So what I am going to do is, in between this episode and the next episode, I am going to synchronize these two threads, and we will add some new functionality down here that will call the synchronized thread, and I'll add some new variables up here so that we can pass the variables to the synchronized thread, and that way we'll get around it. So what time are we at? We're dead on 10 minutes, so happy days. So we're going to leave it there. Guys, if you like this video, hit the like. If you're not subscribed like the other 99.5% of the viewers of this channel, please consider subscribing. It does make a lot of difference whether I continue this project, whether I have people that are subscribed to it or to this channel. It is very slow moving, I know, but what you're asking for is to build an antivirus. An antivirus isn't simple in no manner of a fact. It's an antivirus software that's going to be somewhat viable, simple. And so these little steps forward and step forward and step forward, and I'm pretty sure in the next episode, or perhaps now, if you guys want to try it, if you compile the client and the service and you run the service in debug mode, you should be able to get them to talk back and forward, and the scan should update. Put in the comment section how that went. I'm not going to try it because I have got to get back to my other work. Also guys, if you've made it this far, little sneak peek for you. I'm considering making a web page where there is no compiling involved. You just simply go there, you can change the name, you can change the logo, the graphics, the icon, hit compile or hit submit probably, and get a compiled version with those changes in it. So tell me what you think about that as well in the description. If you like it, if you don't like it, if you think it's going to be a waste of time, if not, you know, whatever. I appreciate any comments. So guys, I will see you next time. Hey guys, these are two videos you might consider watching: RSA encryption and how to make a file shredder. If you're not subscribed, there's a subscribe button in the middle.